And to be honest, I really wouldn't have wanted to be on it anyway because I'm not glorifying that man. I'm not glorifying that man in any way, shape, form, or fashion. Unless this documentary is going to be about teaching people why they shouldn't go in a cult, really breaking down a cult for what it is, having experts on there, which I don't think they have on this documentary, there's no point. Am I writing a book about my story? Yes, I am. So I don't need to be on it at all. I have my own story to tell and I have my own receipts to prove it. In the book will be some of the receipts that I had during that situation, showing how I was attacked, all the links they went through. I even still have the background check from when it happened, even to this day. I still have the police report, all of it. But am I mad that I wasn't on the documentary? No. I just wish the person never told me about it. I wish they never said anything about it. I wish I never knew. But the fact that the people that are on there on that documentary were just as much the problem is what I have an issue with. The fact that they're not really going to say anything, they certainly ain't going to say about the money, how much money that man actually made. They're not going to talk about how there were people over there giving him thousands upon thousands of dollars. There was a baseball player's wife that was funding that man. You have no idea how many people were funding that man and funding this organization. But I distinctly remember that there was a guy by the name of Reaper that came on there trying to stop Natureboy. And he had reached out to me, had some conversations with me. And I remember somebody said him and somebody else were trying to set me up with that, for me to take the fall. I didn't fall for it. But the links that people went through to try to save this man, to try to keep him doing what he's doing, if you have any idea how much money content creators made off that man, you have no idea. No idea whatsoever. I didn't make any money off him. Never made money off him. But I never wanted to make money off him anyway. That's not what I want to do. So in the end, I'm not doing this video because I want any type of acknowledgement. That's not why. I'm doing it because a woman that came to me crying about her daughter being over there, watching this woman struggle and everything she went through, is why I'm saying what I'm saying today. For all the family members that had to watch their children go through this situation, who I had to sit there and cry with them through the situation. The families that knew I was trying to do something to stop it. I wish I could have got one of them to come forward years ago when we were trying to do this with the FBI, but we couldn't get them to even say anything. Let me tell you a truth that they're not going to bring up. I tried to get these people to speak, to go to the authorities to say something. They wouldn't do it. But they are quick to go on a camera and say something. They're quick to go all over social media and go on Bigo and tell their story. But they weren't willing to go on Good Morning America, and they weren't willing to do any of that. But you're on a documentary. Y'all ain't right. Y'all are now pretty much making money off that man. So what makes you better? Because a person that really is a victim does not want any money off of any of that. They don't. If they write their story, it's not to make money for the reasons you think. They're writing a book to make sure it doesn't happen to anybody else. And I ain't seen but maybe one or two of them actually do that. The rest of them, it's about the clout of it all. And maybe that's the karma of it all. Maybe after everything they've done, they're now getting what they call their blessing. by making money off him. Maybe that's, what it is. I don't know. All I know is that I don't want to dime from it. I don't want to dime off him. That's why my story and the name of my story, he's not even in the title of it. But our story will forever be connected. It will forever be intertwined. Because you had two people for two different reasons, good versus evil, that both got on a platform, both did content, both got attacked. Just the one that was actually the godly person, that actually was a good person, was the one that was crucified. The one that was actually doing the evil was being praised. That's what I got from that. Because the way they went after my family was the way they should have went after him. The way they came after me, the things that they did to me, is what they should have did when it came to him. They didn't do that. Because they made too much money off him. They had no intentions of putting him in jail. They had no intentions of trying to stop the situation, and that's just what it was. But that's the lesson in it. You can be doing the right thing and go through the worst as if you were the person that was doing the wrong. That's the sad part about it. You can be a good and godly person and still be crucified as if you did an actual crime. It's amazing. But that's the thing I've learned. With negative people, no matter what the truth is or whether you can prove it, they still have it in their mind what they think. And people going to believe whatever they want to believe no matter what. I just thank God that when I left the situation, that I was able to heal from it. I overcame it. I resurrected from the dead. And now I'm doing what I'm doing now. And I'm happy. Even though it did cause a lot of damage, at least that's what people think. But for me, it broke me free of chains, bondage, and a cage. And now I'm free. And every once in a while, these same people who had so much to say about me, who sat here and tried to ruin my reputation, slandered my name, defame my character, trying to destroy my life, trying to strip me of my income, trying to strip me of my child, tried to use my child having autism as a weapon against me, and thought you could break me because of what you thought my embarrassing moments were. You thought that you could sit around and just put out a bunch of lies about me. How does it feel to know that the person you were attacking, the person whose character you tried to destroy, whose life you tried to dismantle, was actually right the whole entire time? And that's why they all quiet. And that's why my name will never come up. Because that would mean they would have to admit I was right. See, they were quick to talk about me when they thought I was lying. When they said I didn't know what I was speaking on. When I said everything that I said about that man. And now that he's in prison, now this documentary is coming out, now everybody want to get quiet. Like, I didn't exist. And see, that's what people do. That's what negative people do. They'll destroy your life and then act like you didn't exist. But then when they realize you survived, when they realize that you were right, when they realize that everything that they said and done to you was wrong and that it was a lie, they're never going to apologize for it. They're just going to get quiet. Well, I'm still here, despite you. I made it through all of that, despite you. So I don't care if nobody knows about me and what I contribute to bringing that man down. I don't care. The point is, it's all on social media. There are videos out there about it. So, it speaks for itself. With that being said, I hope it does well. I just hope he doesn't get more followers and more crazy people following him because of this. I hope not. But anyway, I'm going to enjoy the rest of my day. But that's my story of me going after Eligio Bishop, aka Nature Boy.